All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we're going to be taking a look at some confusing words. And for this hour we're going to be looking at if and unless. Okay? Look at how we use them, when we use them, and hopefully towards the end of class we'll be able to look at, or we'll be able to create our own sentences and check them that way. Okay? Very good. So let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Amparo. How are you? Guys,
Hi,
welcome to
teacher.
class.
I'm
My
doing
name
good,
is
thank you.
Teacher Chad. Excellent, excellent.
How are
Nice
you?
to have you here. I'm doing well, thank you. It's a little like hot slash cold slash humid. It rained, and I'm like, what's going on? It's supposed to be like cool, but I'm like sweating, and I'm like, ah.
Yes, it's raining here also.
Yeah.
When
So
it's
I mean,
about the
and
season,
I love the rain, but then all of a sudden it like, because it was warmer during the middle of the day, it starts to get really humid. Anyway.
yeah, we are supposed to, the season, rainy season is almost over, but yesterday and
Uh-huh.
today have been raining again. It's crazy.
Really? So your rainy season is just now ending.
Yes,
Ours is just starting.
wow. Whoa.
Yeah. Ours is just
Probably your
starting.
internet.
Yeah. So in about 2:30 every day, it'll rain.
Oops,
Yeah.
I don't like
I
it.
forgot about it, and I got stuck at the gym the other day, and I was like standing outside, and all the taxis were booked. I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna make it." So, yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's see here. Juan, how you doing, Juan?
Hi, Chad. I'm fine.
Hi,
Thanks.
hi, Juan. Where are you from?
I'm from Peru.
From Peru. Okay, awesome. And is this? Let's see. I've had. If you're not the same one, then you would be my third Juan from Peru. Have you been in my class before, Juan?
Yes, I have been.
Okay.
Before.
Did you change your picture?
Yes, I HM.
Okay, you changed your picture. Um, let's see. Trying to remember. Were you in a pronunciation class?
Yes.
Something like
Reading
that.
Pennsylvania. Reading a text about Pennsylvania.
Oh yes. So it was like 2 days ago. You're in
Yes.
my when we were reading about all the different states. Okay. All right. Whew. Got it. Got it. Cool. How you doing? Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, you guys. So we're going to be taking a look at. Let's see here. Whoops. Went over to phrasal verbs. We're not doing phrasal verbs. Okay. So we're taking a look at if and unless. Here is the link.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Okay. So let's take a look at our sheet here. And we'll go through it. It looks like it may just be us three in class today. Here we go. All right, very good. Okay, so we're looking at if and unless, right? Amparo, let's start off with you. Let me have you read this paragraph and the four different sentences here on the left-hand side, please.
Who's supposed to read?
Amparo.
Oh yeah. If clause states a condition to achieve a specific outcome, the dependent if clause may be placed before or after the main independent clause. Outcome if. I read that one.
Yep, go ahead and read the four sentences below,
Okay.
please.
You will have a tender turkey if you could eat slowly. You will have a tough turkey if you overcook it. Will arrive at 8 o'clock if our train is on time. We'll bring some champagne if you wish.
Okay, very good. All right, so one of the important things to remember is that this phrase can go at the beginning or at the end. If you cook it slowly, you will have a tender turkey. If our train is on time, we will arrive at 8. Okay, you can mess around with the positioning here. Okay, in many cases, okay, you'll see if used with our conditionals 1, 2, and 3. Okay, which are the most hated, I think, of all the different tenses in English. Maybe modals as well. Okay, and maybe perfect tense. So yeah, we'll throw them all in there all together. Okay, they're all hated. Okay, but if is kind of thrown into the bunch there. Okay, now here. Okay, this is going to we use it for an intended outcome. Okay. On the other hand, Juan, let me have you read this paragraph as well as the 4 sentences below, please.
Okay. Unless clause states a condition that is an exception to achieving the outcome in the main clause, except if not. Oh, you will have a tender turkey unless you overcook it. You will have a toast turkey unless you cook it slowly. We'll arrive at 8 o'clock unless our train is late. We'll bring some champagne unless you object.
Okay, so unless is used, okay, when it's basically the opposite. Okay, so you'll have a tender turkey. Okay, the opposite of that, okay, of having a tender turkey, is going to be a turkey that is not tender. Well, how do you get a turkey that is not tender and juicy? Okay, you overcook it. All right, so this is going to be the exception. Okay, so this will happen, but if you do this, okay, it won't be tender. All right, so this is going to be an intended outcome. So it's going to be obvious. Okay, if you'll have a tender turkey. Okay, if you cook it slowly.
Sorry,
right?
What tender turkey?
Tender turkey, that's like a juicy or a soft turkey. Turkey is pavo.
Oh, okay. Pavo.
Okay. Yeah, so turkey is pavo, right? So tender. So it's like chicken. Okay. So if you overcook a chicken, okay, it won't be tender. It won't be juicy. It will be hard and it will be dry. Okay. I can change it up as well. Okay. If you exercise, or let's see, you will lose weight if you exercise daily. Okay. So you will lose weight if you exercise daily. Okay. So with this sentence, the intended purpose or the target is to lose weight. Well, in order to do that, okay, one of the things you would need to do is to exercise daily. Okay. Now, what would be the opposite? Okay, unless you don't exercise daily. So you will lose weight unless you don't exercise daily. Okay, unless you stay at home every day. Okay, so that would be the opposite. You will, okay, lose. And goodness gracious. Okay, lose weight, not lost weight, sorry. Lose weight. Okay, unless you stay at home and watch TV all day long. Okay?
Wait, careful.
Okay, so you will do that unless you do this other thing. If you do this other thing, you will not lose weight. Okay?
Okay.
So those are the main differences between if and unless. Okay, any questions so far, you guys?
Yeah, no, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Okay, let's come down here. All right, Amparo, let me have you read everything in this box, please.
Okay. Emphasis placement. The if or unless clause is placed before the outcome clause for emphasis. A comma is placed after the if clause. If you wish, will bring some champagne. Unless you object, will bring some champagne.
Okay. The only one I really like to use in this order is if. Okay. Is it wrong to say unless? No, I don't. I just don't like to use it. Okay. You can use it if you want. Okay. It's not that big of a deal. I just have never said it. Okay. Okay. Juan, let me have you read this other one over here, please.
When the if or unless clause is placed after the main clause, no particular emphasis is intended, and a comma is not used. We'll bring some champagne if you wish. We'll bring some champagne unless you object.
Okay. Now, the comma is important for two reasons. All right. When we write, okay, as well as when we speak or read. All right. So, for example, in the first box that Amparo read, this would be incorrect. If you wish, we'll bring some champagne. Okay. The correct way to say this would be, if you wish, we'll bring some champagne. So we pause. Okay. Unless you object, we'll bring some champagne. So it's a little bit of a pause that we add there. Okay. That's why it's important. Okay. That's why it's important to know that there's a comma there. All right. If not, you just kind of roll through it, and that would be the incorrect way to say that. And what I mean by that is intonation, or how you say things. Okay. It's same type of intonations are used in Spanish. Okay. In the other way, okay, on the other side, you don't have to pause. You can just roll right through the sentence. Okay, using intonation that goes down at the end. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue here. All right, so let's see, Amparo. Let's go to, okay, so tense usage. How many is that? Okay, go ahead and read. You are going to be left side woman. So every time there's a box on the left, that's yours.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and read that. We're talking about present and past, so that's for Amparo.
Okay. Present past. When discussing habits or routine, the present of the or the past tense can be used in conditioned statement. See present past conditions. If we often arrive at 8 o'clock if our train is on time. We often arrived at 8 o'clock if our train was on time. Less. We often arrive at 8 unless our train is late. We often arrived at 8 unless our train was late.
Okay. All right. So just examples of present and simple present, simple past. Okay, and how we use them. So if isn't always going to be in a first, second, or third conditional statement. These are conditional, but it's just a routine statement. Okay. Yeah, and you wouldn't have to have will or anything like that in these type of sentences. Okay, routine, right? Okay, our next box, Juan, go ahead and read everything here on the right-hand side, please. We're talking about future.
Future. However, when discussing future plans, the present tense is used to refer to the future in the unless clause or if clause. We will arrive at 8 o'clock if our train is on time. We will arrive at 8 o'clock if our train will be on time. Unless we'll arrive at 8 o'clock unless our train is late. We'll arrive at 8 o'clock unless our train will be late.
Okay. Now this is when we get into first conditional, right? First conditional, we use the future tense and then present tense after if. Okay. So remember that. Okay. We don't use future and future. Okay. Okay, so in the if clause or in the if part of the sentence, that is always going to be present when we're talking, even though we're talking about the future. Right? Any questions here?
So the second is wrong.
The second one is wrong, yes. Down here it says use present.
Okay.
Yeah, that second one is wrong. Okay, that's why it's highlighted that way. Okay. All right, any other questions?
No.
Okay,
No.
let's continue here. Okay, let's see, Amparo, left-hand side.
If unless. If clause posts a condition in order to achieve an outcome. If, only if, unless, provided that. One way, others may exist. If you use a thermometer, you will know when your turkey is done. Only one way. Only if you use a thermometer will you know when your turkey is done. Auxiliary verb goes before subject. Not doing is this. Not doing is way. Unless you use a thermometer, you won't know when your turkey is done.
Okay, now the one that we pretty much always mess up on is this one. The only way. Okay, this is the typical way. This is what we have been discussing here. Okay, once we throw only if on there, okay, only if you use the thermometer will you know. Okay, you get tripped up in there. Okay, so a lot of times instead of using this form, we say the only way you'll know, okay, if your turkey is done, is if you use a thermometer. Okay, so we actually state it because we don't like to use this form. We get tripped up. Okay, so in most cases we actually state it. The only way you know, okay, if your turkey is done, or sorry, when your turkey is done, is if you use a thermometer. That is more than likely the way that we say that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The only way you'll know when your turkey is done is if. Okay. Okay, is if. That's how we usually say that. Okay, and you can replace turkey with anything. All right, but that's typically how we say it, because the other way is terrible. Okay, that's how we get around it. It's a little bit more wordy, but it's better than saying only if you use a thermometer. we don't know how to finish that up. Some people do, but we typically say it the other way. Okay, Juan, let me have you read the right-hand side.
Other expressions. In contrast, the outcome of an otherwise or an or else clause statistically likely outcome if you do not do the action in the clause or sentences before it. One way. Use the thermometer, otherwise you won't know when your turkey is done. One way. Use a thermometer, or else you won't know when your turkey is done. Provided then you use a thermometer, you will have a delicious turkey.
Okay. So of these other phrases here, the last one we don't really use. We do say otherwise and or else. Or else is probably used most common. Okay. Use a broom, or else you're going to get dust everywhere in the house, or else. Okay. And typically, instead of saying or else and really pronouncing the or, we say or el, like it's one word, or else, or else.
Was.
Okay. Use a thermometer, or else you won't know when the turkey's done. Okay, or else. Okay, that's what that sounds like. Okay, but yeah, that's a popular form as well. Okay, it's a popular form as well. Right? Any questions here, you guys?
No.
Nope. Okay. Super duper. Okay, word order. And okay, Amparo, go ahead and read the left side, please.
Okay. Uh, Beginning with only if condition. Both if and only if because maybe placed at the beginning of a sentence. A comma separates the condition clause from the outcome clause. If you dry your dishes with a towel, comma, if you use Zing dish soap, comma, if you use Zing dish soap, only if you dry your dishes with a towel, comma, only if you use thin dish soap, comma, only if you use thin dish soap.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let's read the other half of this. So the outcome side. Juan, go ahead and read the right side, please. Juan, make sure to unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Note that the outcome of the only if clause has the auxiliary verb placed before the subject. Standard word order. They will be spotless. You get really clean dishes.
Dishes.
Dishes. You you would get really clean dishes.
Okay, so let's pause right there. So let's put these sentences together. Okay, so if you dry your dishes with a towel, they will be spotless. Okay, first conditional, right? If you use Zing dish soap, you get really clean dishes. Okay, you don't always have to say. Okay, you will. You can say you'll get. Okay, it sounds a little bit more comfortable for me to say you'll get.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you can say you get, right? If you used Zing dish soap, okay, you would get really clean dishes. I probably would say you would have gotten. Okay, that sounds a little bit more comfortable. All right, but okay, this it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, let's take a look at only if. Okay. Now the reason why I want to go over this with the transposed will, okay, is because you might see this on test questions. I think we may have had some on our not with only if, but with other questions in these sentence structure quizzes. Okay, where things get transposed or switched around. Okay, so let's try this out here, and let's see. Hi there, David. How you doing? David, can you hear me? Okay.
hello, chat.
There you are. I'm doing well, thank you. Good to have you here.
Thank you a lot.
Okay, and also Sedat.
Hi, Chet.
Hi, Sedat. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. We're almost to our exercises, so you guys have missed a good chunk here. But we're taking a look at the way that we use if and unless. Okay.
Okay.
So if I were you guys, I would take a look up here at the very top box. This is the principal information, okay, that you wanna take a look at. Okay. And the other pieces of information we're going through are just extra pieces. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so take a look at those at the beginning there briefly. I put the link in the chat box for you guys, and then we'll go through some exercises and then we'll create some sentences. All right. So Juan, let me have you read these sentences. Okay, only if, and complete them all the way through to the transpose side. Okay.
Yeah. Only if and the other part.
Yep, and the other part.
Okay.
Only if and transpose, please.
Only if you dry your dishes with a towel will or they will be.
Will they be?
Will they be?
Mm-hmm.
Spotless.
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 Mm-hmm.
Only if you use Clean dish soap do you get really clean dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you use Clean dish soap would you get really clean dishes.
Okay, so we take that auxiliary and we put it out in front of our subject there. Okay. All right. Now again, okay, it's good to know this. It's good to know this, but we rarely speak like that. We rarely speak like this. Okay. All right. Any questions here so far? Nope. Okay. Let's scroll down. And let's see, condition and a wish. Okay. Wither. Okay. All right. Let's see here. David, have you had a chance to read that top section?
Only if, yes.
Okay, cool. So let me, David, let me have you read this paragraph here. And let's see, let's have you read a couple, and then the first two sentences, please.
A conditional verb, only if. And only if clause states one condition required to achieve a desired effect. When used at the beginning of the sentence, the auxiliary verb is moved before the subject. One condition. Only if you dry your dish with a towel will they be spotless. Only if you clean up your room will you find your lost jeans.
Okay, very good. So these are the ones that we've been going over. Okay. Now what we haven't talked about is this the second side. Okay, if only. All right, Siddharth, let me have you read this this paragraph here, please, and about four of these sentences.
Okay. And if only clause express a wish, one that you are doubtful about actually happening. The result clause is optional and is separate. It is more emphatic than I wish. If only I had more time, I could relax. If only you would clean up your room, you would find your lost jeans. If only I had some zinc window cleaner. If only I could please my mother-in-law.
Okay, good. Just till there. All right, great. Now, one of the important things that I want you guys to realize from this section or from this part is that it is more emphatic. Okay, emphatic means powerful. Okay, ugh, right? So you could say, I wish I had more time. Okay, when we say if only, it's like if only I had more time. Okay, it's a little bit stronger, a little bit more powerful. Right? And we do use this form. Okay, we do use this form. All right, because it is a little bit more powerful. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Any questions with if only, you guys?
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
If only we just a lot of wants everything use. We can use if
if only is going to be a wish.
A wish.
Yeah, that is a wish. Once you switch them around, only if. Okay, this is going to mean the only way. Okay, only if means that there's only one way to do that. Okay, and remember, this is the one that I said, well, we rarely use only if. We usually say the only way. Okay, the only way to dry your dishes, let's see. Okay, the only way to get your dishes spotless is to use a dish towel. Okay, or is to use a dish towel or a towel or whatever. Okay, that's typically how we say it. The only way. Okay, saying only if isn't as common. Right? Does that make sense, Juan?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's not as common. So I wouldn't worry about this one as much. Okay, this is a really good one to know. Okay, and just realize when we say that there's only one way, we actually say those words. The only way. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Let's scroll down here. Okay, even if and whether or not. Okay, Amparo, let me have you read the left side here, the paragraph and the sentences, please. There's 4 of them.
Okay. Oops. As even if clause states a challenging or negative condition, no condition will change the outcome. Even if emphasizes the speaker's intent to achieve the outcome or goal without regard for a difficult or negative condition. Outcome, I help you, challenge you, even if I don't have much time. I like to walk to work, even if it's raining. Your father loves you. Your father doesn't say it. He'll get his work done, even if he has to work all night.
Okay, good. Now, in this situation, we can switch switch the position. We can put the challenging condition at the beginning, okay, and the outcome at the end. Even if I don't have much time, I'll help you. Okay, it works the same way. Okay, it works the same way. Even if your father doesn't say it, your father loves you. Okay, so this would be a situation when we could start our sentence with even. In most cases, we don't. Okay, but this would be a case when we could, right? Very good. Let's go to whether or not. Whether or not is for Juan. Juan, let me have you read the paragraph and the sentences, please. There are 4 of them.
Whether or not. A whether or not clause states that no condition or its alternative will stop the completion of the outcome in the main clause. That is, if the condition exists or if the condition does not exist, the outcome will or must happen anyway. I help you, whether or not I have much time. I like to walk to work, whether it's raining or not. Your father loves you, whether or not he says it. He'll get his work done, whether or not we want to work all night.
Okay, very good. Now, these are two really important sentences. They have different meanings, okay, but are used quite frequently. Okay, I'll help you. Whether or not I have much time, whether or not this is going to be more of a positive, positive part of your statement. Okay, it's like it doesn't matter what happens. Okay, I will be there. Okay, whether or not. Okay, even if it's sort of like it's more of a it's saying yes, I'll do that. You know, even if and then you're mentioning something a little bit negative.
Like
Okay, so you're
an
mentioning
obligation?
what's that?
You feel like an obligation in the first, and even if
Um,
more like
it's
that.
you're stating a negative or a challenge. Like a challenge to be there. So I'll come to the meeting tonight, even if I have to take the bus. Okay. So you're stating this challenge. You're stating that it's a little negative. Okay. If I were to say even if, it's like, well, if you were to say, for example, that we were going to meet up someplace, and you said, yeah, I'll come to the meeting tonight, even if I have to take the bus. I would say, well, if it's going to be a problem for you, don't worry about it. Okay? So do you hear that? Do you hear that meaning? Where I'm just like, oh, well, if it's going to be a bother, then don't worry about it. You don't need to take the bus, right?
Mhm.
But if you were to change it and say, I'll come to the meeting whether or not I have to take the bus. Okay? It has a more positive spin on it. Okay, it's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. The other one is it matters, but I'll still be there.
Okay.
Okay. Do you get the difference in those meanings?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. They're very slight. Very slight. Both of them mean that you're going to show up, but one is like, I've got to do this.
Okay.
Okay. And there would be a different response. The first one I'd say, well, if it's going to trouble, then don't worry about it. If it's the other one, I'd say, great, I'll see you at 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's now. Any questions here, you guys? Any
Yes.
other questions with? Yeah.
We must use together or not, or we can use separate form. For example, whether or it is raining not.
And yeah, or not needs to stay together. So,
Okay.
or not needs to stay together. You cannot say whether or it is raining not. Okay. You can separate whether and or not, but you cannot separate whether or and not. Okay. So or not goes together, and whether is one word. Okay. So for example, whether he wants to work all night or not. Okay, you can split that right in the middle. Your father loves you, whether he says it or not.
Okay.
Okay, I'll help you, whether I have much time or not. Okay, or I'll help you, whether or not I have much time.
Another
Does that make?
question.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whether or different form whether or not, right?
Say that again.
Whether or different.
Better off.
Whether or.
Yeah, better off is completely different.
Okay.
Yeah, better off is like you're better off not coming into work today because it's raining.
Okay.
Okay, that means that it would be better for you to stay home, because of certain conditions or something like that. Okay. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Let's scroll down here. Okay, and we'll do some practices. All right. So starting off with David. David, number 1 is for you. We have unless and if.
Okay, chat. Most drivers will let you change lanes. Land using that well. Most drivers will let you change lanes. It is what are the options? Sorry.
Unless and if.
Okay. Unless. I think it's unless.
Okay, unless would be incorrect. Sorry, incorrect. Okay, it's going to be if. All right. Now, the reason why we would use if is because this is the desired outcome that we're looking for. Okay, so if you signal well in advance, okay, it's probable that they're going to let you change lanes. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Now, if I wanted to say unless, it would be most drivers will let you change lanes unless you do not signal. Okay, unless you don't signal. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Because if you
what,
don't signal, they're not going to let you change lanes.
sorry, what is lanes?
Lanes, so they're the places where you drive on the freeway. Okay, so where the lines are at in the on the freeway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, those are the lanes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number 2. This is for Sedat.
Okay. If or unless?
Yeah, it's going to be unless or if.
Okay. You should change lines. You signal first. Unless.
Okay, good. Okay, you shouldn't change lanes unless you signal first. Okay, all right. Number 3, this is for Amparo. We have unless and only if.
A driver may change lane. It is only if.
Okay.
Is the only if, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
only if it is safe to do so. Okay, right. So that's the only time they can do that. Okay, very good. Juan, number 4. And here we have unless and otherwise.
A driver should stop and check for oncoming traffic before making a right turn on a red light. Um, what is the alternative?
It's unless or otherwise.
Otherwise,
Okay, good. Oops. Otherwise is correct. Okay, so yeah, a driver should stop and check for oncoming traffic before making a right turn on a red light. Otherwise, he will cause an accident. Okay, so if he doesn't do that, he will cause an accident. Otherwise. Okay, David, number 5.
Sure. A driver may make a right turn on a red light. It is a one-way street and traffic is coming. What are the options?
Okay, if and unless.
If, I think it's if.
Okay.
No, sorry, unless.
Okay, so unless it is a one-way street and the traffic is oncoming. Good. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, Sedat, number 6. We have unless and if.
Unless and if. A driver can go through a red light a police officer signals the driver to do so. Unless if driver can do. If
Okay, very good. If. Okay, if a police officer signals the driver to do so. Okay, very nice. Number 7, Amparo. We have unless and if.
A driver may drive 65 miles per hour in a zone that is marked 65 miles per hour unless it is unsafe to do so.
Good. Unless it is unsafe to do so. Nice. Juan, number 8, please. We have unless and otherwise.
Drivers must be careful on otherwise.
Very good. Otherwise. Okay, otherwise accidents will happen.
But will happen. Accidents will happen.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's go to number 9. This is for David. This our options here are unless and only if.
You put your full attention on driving will lower your chance of having an accident. Only if you put your full attention on driving will lower your chance of having an accident.
There you go. Good. Only if. Okay, and notice here, this is transpose. So, will you lower? Will you lower your chances? Okay, nice job.
Okay.
Number 10, this is for Sedat.
okay,
And our options here are unless and only if.
unless and only. A driver should park in a handicapped space only if the driver has a special permit.
Okay, good. Only if the driver has a special permit. Okay, very nice. Number 11, Amparo. And this is only if and otherwise.
When parking, a driver should park between the marked lines. Otherwise, he will take up 2 spaces.
Okay, very good. Otherwise, he will take up 2 spaces. Very good. And number 12, this is for Juan. Our options are or else and otherwise. Juan, are you there?
Sorry.
There you go.
A driver should look careful before opening his door on the traffic side of the street. Incoming traffic may. What is the alternative?
Or else or otherwise.
Otherwise?
Okay, good. Everyone you've had has been otherwise. Yeah. Oh, are you kidding? Or else oncoming traffic may hit the door?
No. Or else.
Oh, I would say otherwise. Or else, if not, the or else clause is separated from the first clause. Oh, okay, by a comma. Okay, yeah. If we had a semicolon here, otherwise would work. Okay. They mean the same thing. Otherwise, oncoming traffic may hit the door, or else.
Or else have the same meaning.
Yeah, they have the same meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only difference here is punctuation. Those jerks, they got me on punctuation every time. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see here. I think that was it. Okay. Very good, you guys. So that's all I've got for this hour. So we're gonna end just a touch early. Okay. Thank you guys for coming in. Okay, and practicing with me. I'm going to be taking a break for the next little bit. I've got reading, I believe, tonight, and then we're going to be doing speaking. We'll be talking about teenagers, teenage life, what we think teenagers should be able to do, what we think they shouldn't be able to do, anything like that. So we're going to be all of that. So we'll be critiquing the life of teenagers tonight. Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. Esa película es buenísima. Mejor me voy porque se escucha todavía.